Hey collective, we're going to do a quick energy check. See what the divine archangels, ascended masters need you guys to know as you're navigating through your journey, ascending to your highest good. I've called in the appropriate protection. It is a timeless reading. It's whenever it finds you. So, I don't know what's going on here, but I was making me something to eat, and I heard the word Mexico. So I'm like, Mexico. So I came and I started auto writing. I started pulling a little of the cards. So I feel like somebody, the Jupiter card came out. Jupiter represents Sagittarius. That means traveling. You know, Sagittariuses are phenomenal for traveling. Jupiter also represents luck, wisdom, growth. Somebody's getting some kind of wisdom about something that has to do with Mexico. There's a tower here. I feel like there was a drug deal that gone wrong. I'm hearing these people are worried. There's a male involved. The ancestors are watching. This tower is to help people start taking accountability. Somebody's twisting the truth. These people have outdated belief systems. There's some kind of jealousy here. Spirit's saying that this cycle is about to close completely soon. Some kind of miracle is coming towards you. Spirit said stay poised. These people live in a world full of, you know, guys, as we're awakening, we got to keep in mind that we're living in a world full of people that are walking around lost. Their spirit. They may be awake physically. They're frauds. You guys could be dealing with a Leo. You're a Leo. Confidence. I feel like you guys are very confident. Pick a side. Pick a side. Okay. Hold on. So, you know, as we're awakening, we're spiritually conscious of what's going on here. When we look at these people, you know, when we hear what they say, the mannerisms, their tones, their facial expressions, we are building up our discernment around these people, because we can't judge people based off of how they look. We have to judge people on their spirit, their soul. Okay? Because as you're aware on this journey, it's not about the person's flesh. You could be born into a family full of karmics that you had to walk away from, and you thought that your family had the best interest for you. Come to find out, they weren't. I feel like these people are very close to you, because when you wake up, you have to keep your eye on these snakes. Yeah. Show gratitude to your ancestors. Some kind of justice is coming in based off of these lies. Balance is going to be restored. Let me see what else we could get out from here. Narcissistic type of people. Somebody's trying to find out where you moved. You guys could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo. You could be a Sagittarius or a Leo. You guys have your guards up with this person. Your bricks are up. Somebody's shit ain't selling. Somebody could be inhaling something. Somebody fell in a pit. Somebody's feeling ambushed. All for the money, power, and fame. I can never make this up. Confusion. These people are walking around like the walking dead out here, son. Like literally. They should have educated themselves. There could be a shooting. Kids could be involved in this. Okay. You got people laughing at you. Spirit said stay poised. Whoever you are this Empress. You are this Empress. I need to get one of those little stands to put the card up there. Some kind of justice is coming into these lies. Young, mature man in the reverse. This doesn't have to be a physical man. This could be just the energy that these people are embodying. I don't need no lies. Pick a side, pick a side. A feminine could definitely embody a masculine energy. Doesn't mean that it has to be a male. This could be a woman that embodies more masculine in their energy. Yeah, these people are about to be in despair, son. You've never been a fraud. Niggas that are not involved like to get involved. Yeah, they got more people involved here. See? They got people in the physical. You got people in the spiritual. The Spirit's warning these people, if they don't leave you the fuck alone and walk away, they're going to be sorry. Some of you guys could be dealing with a cancer. You can be a cancer. Somebody could get cancer. Yeah, because these are karmics. They're karmics. They're frauds. I don't need no drama when you call. They're about to get a message and concern. Yeah, wealthy men. Something with like a drug deal gone wrong. Somebody could have been trying to become wealthy. I don't fucking know. Something with Mexico. Somebody could be Mexican. Somebody could be traveling to Mexico. Somebody could have just came back from Mexico. Something with Mexico here. Because that's what opened up this channel for me to channel this. Yeah, you guys are very fearless. Some kind of ambush is about to happen. I feel like Spirit has been telling these people to walk the fuck away from you. Or you see the truth of these people, and that's the problem. You know what's so funny? Because a great reader, tarot reader that I love and I respect her so much, yo. She says something that like really hit home to me because it made so much sense. Especially when, you know, we are awakening, right? Us intuitive people, us that are on our journey, our path to our divinity, we don't try to fit in. We're not walking around here trying to people please. We're not trying to fit in with the masses. We don't give a fuck about being in large groups. We'd rather be alone. Because we see this world for what it is. We see that people are walking around soulless, careless, non-caring, uncompassionate. And you know, these people pretend, I am compassionate, I do care. Well, if you're doing things that are not good for other people, then I think you're not I don't think you care for people. They walk around pretending that they're this caring, loving people, and we see right through these people's masks. So we tend to be loners, us that are on our journey. We tend to pull away from people because we see right through them. We don't want no parts of it. Some of you guys are literally walking justice, walking judgment for the divine. You come in place to encounter these people, try to help them change their way of belief. And depending on what avenue they take, karma hits them. Whether it could be good karma or bad karma. Okay? But this one reader said something so perfect that I was like, wow, yo. It makes so much sense. When we are walking on this path and we are around a whole group of corruptive people, they're going to naturally they're going to want to get rid of us. Because we see through their darkness. We are the light in their darkness. What they don't want people to see, we shine the light on their demons. So they try to get rid of us. Okay? And for whatever this is, there was some kind of deal gone wrong. Somebody's worried. These people have outdated belief systems, something involving Mexico. These people need to take accountability. That's why this tower's here. And they're twisting the truth, telling lies. Somebody could be in despair. Whatever this is, it was all for the money, the power, the fame. Yeah. But, so like for instance, let's say, you know, this is why when we go through our journey, we're pushed into hermit mode. Because we need to protect our energy. We understand that there's karmics out there that thrive on our light, our energy, our good vibing, positive energy that brings us abundance, that allows us to co-create with the universe, and they use that energy to manifest the dark, their darkness. But they don't this is my point. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Come through, Spirit. Come through. You're not toxic enough for this group. That's the point. You are not toxic enough for these people. You're too pure, too white, too light, too love, too compassionate, too about the books, not wanting to hurt other people. Okay? And these people do not like that. So they're going to try to get rid of you. But something happens here. And Spirit is trying to tell these people to leave you the fuck alone, or they're going to continue to get towers. Leave you the fuck alone. God will work in such mysterious ways. Oh shit. People expect karma to come back to them the way that what they do to people. That's not how Spirit works. Karma will hit you in the one thing you love and idolize the most. If it's that car, your car will start fucking up. If it's the money, you'll start losing money. If it's a relationship, you'll start losing those relationships. If it's a job, it's that job. Spirit will work you and try to warn you. You're fucking with somebody who's on their divine path. Leave them alone. Now, let's see what Spirit needs us to see. Some of these people are so blind. Yeah, look, sun, illumination. You could really be a Leo. Leo came out here. Very confident. I feel like you guys are very confident. You don't care to fit in with this crowd. You don't care to fit in. You're very confident. You're a person that's very spiritual, because Spirit is telling me to tell you to show gratitude to your ancestors. These people don't know what that is. They don't know about that. They don't know what that is. You're fearless. I feel like you're a loner. These people were confused. These people are confused. They're confused, not you. Leo, what did I say, baby? Standing in your motherfucking strength. Being your most authentic self. But because you don't fit in with these people, they paint a fucking ugly picture of you. Because you're not walking around pretending to be somebody who cares, but sneaky and deceptive and evil. I'm not evil. Well, if you're doing evil things in this world, yes, you are. Your spirit is evil. Stop trying to pretend to be somebody that is caring, loving, peace, when you're corrupting the world. Accountability. I got that word. Spirit said accountability. This tower is going to help these people take accountability. These people are twisting the truth. There's some kind of jealousy. They have these outdated belief system. Yeah, it's all about what? Taurus. Taurus is what? The home, the career, like the money, the earthly matters. This is what they care about more. Fame, money, and power. So what do you think Spirit's going to hit? All that. All that you want? The thing that you're so obsessed about, that you want the most, Spirit's going to hit that. Mercury retrograde is not playing with these people. It's Mercury retrograde is lifting the veil on these people. These people that are walking around with this mask, pretending to be law-abiding citizens. Mercury retrograde is lifting the veil on these people. It's showing these people for who they are. They're fucking karmics. They need to go heal and stop pretending to be this kind, loving people when they're not. Tell me, have you seen Dame my gasolina skirt? Yeah, Virgo. Virgo, and what else, Spirit? Saturn. I can never make this up. Saturn talks about karmic debt. Also, Saturn is in retrograde too. People are starting to see these people for who they are. Somebody can lose their home. See? And this is why I used to always tell my ex. I used to always tell my ex, because he used to do shit out there. And I don't want no parts of it. I'm like I work for my fucking money. I take care of my shit. Okay? And I used to always tell him, like, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of fucking shit around me. And we used to always fight about that shit. But he respected it at the end. You know? Tried to. But I say that to say this. Let's say, like for instance, my ex, he used to do shit out there. He purchased a car with that money. Okay? That dirty money, just as quickly as he has got that car, as quickly as that car fucked up. Oh shit. That's not godly money. Yep. And whatever that money bought is what the Spirit will take that shit away. Pisces could be involved. We have Virgo, Pisces. Saturn is Scorpio. Mercury is Gemini, Virgo. We also have Taurus. Aries at the bottom of the deck. These people are confused. I'm not confused. I could just hear these. These are real 3D type of people, collective. I don't know who this reading is for, but it's making me mad. Because these people they believe that they're right. They believe their lies. They believe the lies. They believe this. You're protected. They have no idea the protection that surrounds you. These people, they have no idea the protection that surrounds you. They're stressed. Spirit said balance will be restored. They're going to see the truth. They're going to be sorry if they don't leave you the fuck alone. That's how Spirit works, man. Hold on, collective. Yeah, you're guided to walk away from these people. These people are walking around here living a lie, talking lies about you. Somebody's trying to set you up. These people could be talking hella shit about you. Heavy on the Leo. I feel like you're just very fearless, very confident. You bring justice and judgment. Yeah, because this is who you are. You're the Empress. You help illuminate shit. Oh, this is crazy, Spirit. Yeah, you help illuminate shit, bring endings. You help the divine. Yep, I can never make this up. I can never make this up. You help. You've done this in a past life too. You help close out cycles. You've done this in a past life. You could get people to go through endings, or you could get people to get on their destined path and close out these cycles. This is what I'm feeling right now. That's your energy, Empress. Yeah, these confused people. But these people are like, I feel like they're like, I'm itching over here, like I'm getting aggravated. They irritate my energy. Like, I feel like there's no talking to these type of people. Whoever this group of people is, yeah, Spirit's saying walk away from these people. Your job is done here. Yeah. They want to do something quietly. Yeah, because look, this is who you are. I like my girls, BBW. See? Something about Mexico. You're a high priestess. This is who you are. And you don't care who sees. I feel like you're just very authentic. Very confident. I feel like you don't even try to like fit in. A Leo will never try to fit in. A Leo will never. I'm sorry. I speak from experience. I will never try to fit in. I don't need to be in a group of females. I don't. I'm good on my own. I'm very victorious on my own. I don't need to. Okay, that's the biggest, and a lot of people take that as a Leo being cocky. No, the fuck, we're not cocky. We just know what we will and will not accept, and who we will and will not allow around us. Leos rule the heart. Our heart is big, but we're not. We are very intuitive. We have a keen sense to see when there's danger, to see when there's frauds around us. We have a strong keen sense. We could feel when people don't like us. Somebody's stressed, but they gotta take accountability. I keep getting this fucking reading, and I want this reading off my table. Yeah, because they're deceptive. These are deceptive people. And they're angry at you. Somebody could be trying to ambush you. They're about to go through a tower, these people. I see somebody here. No job. Bags packed outside their house. Yeah, look at it. I could never make this up. Spirit is trying to warn these people. They're not listening. They think they're better than God. Because that's what this, that's what the world wants them to think. But they're about to find out. What God are you serving? That's the question I want to know. What kind of God you serve? Where you're sitting here trying to ambush people, talking about lies, when you're all about the money, power, and fame. When you're running around here being deceptive, sneaky. The God I serve does not be about that kind of work. So what kind of God are you serving? That's what I want to know. And then you say that to them and they get mad. Turn your back on these people. Turn your back on these people. These people do not deserve not another energy from you. Yep, they're watching you. Yeah, they're under judgment. I can never make this up. All for the love of the money. If I see you and I don't speak, it's so sad because energy, people lie, energy don't. I feel like it's been a long time coming, waiting. No, they're tired of me, honestly. In 6 months, will a bitch working as hard as me? This is who they. This is the God that they serve. This is the God that they serve. The God of the world. This is the God of the world. The earthly. The people that want the fame, the clout, the money, the baddest bitch, the biggest houses. You know, people who are in their ego. Spirit said, I'm judging you on your what? Your heart. Not this ego shit. The God I serve talks about love, compassion, holding space. I don't know what kind of God these people serve, but it ain't God. It ain't, yeah, this is the God. See what I just say? Leos rule the heart. Okay, balance is being restored. You are this high priestess. You are this empress. So many Leo cards out here. These people, this collaborated effort, they're all about to be in this energy. 4 cups. Miserable, missed opportunities for coming up against you. Yep. Well, you're on your new beginning. You're guided by the Most High, whoever you are. You're on assignment. Spirit sends you to these places, these new beginnings. You're on an assignment. Okay? Trust the guidance that you're being given. Walk away from these people. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is crazy. Because I clearly heard that. You may be guided to move somewhere else. There's some kind of betrayal here. You may be guided to move somewhere else. These people's lives are about to be hard. Just stay poised, Empress. Show us these karmics. Show us these karmic people. People in your neighborhood. Could be a King of Swords. Doesn't have to be. Very controlling, stubborn people. People you celebrated with, friends, family. Yeah. Make a decision, walk away. Ooh. What did I say? Somebody could be traveling. I heard Mexico. This person is holding the world in their hand. Maybe you just came back from a trip. You're being guided. Yep. Yep, you're being guided. You're guided by love. This is who you are Empress, High Priestess. You're guided by love. These people are guided by money. That's why you're anointed and they're not. And that's what they could be jealous about. And they could have more than you. They'd be like, what am I jealous about? I have more than you. Yes, you do. But you have a dark heart. Your heart is not of God. You need to go heal. Because this is who runs you. This worldly thing is what runs you. That's what moves you when you wake up. This thing right there, that's what runs you. For this Empress, it's not that. What moves this Empress right here is this. Love, compassion, the divine. Where's the comparison here? That's why this Empress is protected. This Empress never has to dirty her hands. Spirit works on her behalf. People come towards her and boom, shit happens. They're miserable. But Spirit puts these people through stuff like that because they need to put in the work and heal. They do. This Empress is being guided by the divine. She's on her path. Yeah, because she's chosen. You too can be chosen. You have to clear this up. Yeah, this Queen of Wands keep coming out, son. I'm hearing this Queen of Wands has multiple gifts. She's done this multiple lifetimes. Possibly 10. Lifetimes she's been doing this. I'm hearing it in my head and I'm going to cry if I say it because my throat is closing up. But I'm hearing it in my... Spirit said this is the truth. This is the last time this Empress, this Queen of Wands is going to have a human experience here on Earth. I'm hearing it very clearly. She's paid her dues. She's done this 10 lifetimes. She's paid her dues. I can never... And my throat is closing up on me. Because this is really sad. It's not sad, you know. But... this is a beautiful, beautiful spirit right here. I'm looking at these pentacles and I'm seeing all the good this person has done on her path. Spirit said this is the truth. You could have been the type of person that since you were younger, yeah, this is sad. Since you were younger, you've always had a deep sense of compassion. What they call an old soul. What they call an old soul. You've always felt so deep since a little kid. Questioned things since that little kid. You've been very knowledgeable. But this is why. Yeah, since a little kid, you was a messenger. Yeah, I can never make this up. You've seen the pain, the hurt in people. Those are your gifts. You've done this multiple times. You have more than 10 gifts. And this time, your gifts, it came with you in this lifetime since you was a kid. It was activated since a kid. But it's amplifying now. That's why I feel like you're very like... I feel like you're the type of person that came on this path and you was like, I'm doing it. Cut everybody off. Cut the whole thing off. Shut this whole shit down. Like you knew. You had a strong sense of this. This was your path. And you were just like, I don't care. I'm cutting everybody off. I'm walking away. I can never make this up. Because you knew this was your calling. So deep, I'm hearing. So deep. This calling was yours so deep. It screamed to you. So many things started reminding you of why you started this path. You realize that your path didn't just start through your first, when you went through your awakening. You started to realize that your path happened way before that, since you were younger. Little things that you're remembering, you're putting two and two together. You're like aha moments or epiphanies, like wow. Yeah, you're an earth angel. Spirit, I love you. Oh my God. You have a divine counterpart here with you that is experiencing the same thing, I'm hearing. This Hierophant, High Priestess, Emperor, Empress, King and Queen of Wands. They're experiencing the same thing. This is your last lifetime here on Earth. No more reincarnation for you and this person. Yeah, I can never make this up. Look at who, oh man, I just turned to the Empress. And then you got these people sitting here. You're recognizing, you gained awareness. Oh my gosh. That's why you're so protected. Since you was a kid, you've always known you were protected. You always known, yeah, miracles are coming your way, man. I feel like you're leaving your legacy with a lot of blessings. I cannot, yeah, Spirit said you know this already though. You're leaving your family, your legacy with a lot of blessings. Oh, confirmation. Oh my gosh. This is such, it came from a dark to such a beautiful reading, because I heard that loud and clear. Spirit, I just seen it. I seen it in my head. And Spirit kept saying, It's like a red, like when you go into an exit and the light goes like that. That's how Spirit works with my intuition. My gifts are so many. I love you, Spirit. I feel like you're just a very no-cut, like, on this path. You're like, anybody who fucks with me gotta go. Like, either you're with me or you're not. You don't have no time. You know this is your last life, Spirit said. You're meeting your soul tribe. Yeah, you're freeing your spirit. You're freeing your spirit. Positivity. You know this because you signed this contract before coming to Earth. That this was your last. What do we need to know about these karmics, Spirit? Is there anything else we need to know about these karmics? This is why you're so protected. Anybody that tries to, just think about it. Because I know for me, you guys know my story. I tell you this all the time. Anybody, since I could remember, that ever tried to come up against me, I never sat there and wished bad on nobody. That was never my heart. That was never my heart. These people sealed their fate the moment they came up against me. Yeah. Spirit does not play. I can never make this up. People have always experienced karma. And for whatever reason Spirit feels, sees fit, Spirit lets me sit there and watch this. Front row seats. I don't want to see it. But this is the energy that they manifested into their life, because what I'm telling you guys is you're the type of person that's like me. The moment people come up against you, these people experience bad endings. For me, it's always been people end up in jail when it comes to me. Like, literally. I can never make that up. I've said this to you guys in so many of my readings. I've learned that about me, who I am. It wasn't until maybe like a year ago that I started realizing, like, every time somebody has tried to come up against me, they end up in jail. But that's what they manifest. They manifest these endings because of their deceit. Trying to win at all costs. Coming up. I don't know. My ex was like that. My ex before him. Like, it's always been like that. My first boyfriend, it's always been like that. People have always experienced that. Yeah. And Spirit works these people to leave me the fuck alone. I can never make this up. Spirit makes people sit down so that they could go within. I don't know why. It's always been like that in my life. I remember the first time the guy who raped me, him too. And he had just came out from doing, I think, like 7 or 8 years, maybe longer than that. Right back in jail he went. Not because of what he did to me, because I never spoke about it. I just shoved it off. Yeah. My family didn't care, but Spirit cared. Spirit cared. 4242. Oh my God, Spirit, don't say that. I just heard that loud and clear, Spirit. Don't do that. I'm not saying that. But he ended up getting caught up in some kind of fucking criminal activity. And he ended up in jail. I don't know. Spirit keeps making me look at this King of Pentacles. The King and the Queen of Pentacles are like people who are focused on the worldly things, the earthly matters. The cars, the jewelry, the money, the fame, the clout. Like, this is what they idolize, the money. I don't know why Spirit keeps making me look at that. Miracles. Let's close this out with the Spirit, please. Spirit said this cycle is about to end. It depends on how you interact with me. I can never make this up. Level up. I can never make this up. I was just about to say that. It all depends on how people are in my energy. I know I got to be that important to God, because for this to be like depending on your action with me, how you interact with me, depends on what type of change you go through. You could go through a level up, or you could go through endings, closings in your life. I don't know why. I don't, maybe there's a piece of the puzzle I still haven't figured out yet, but balance, it's like the balance. Maya, I resonate so much with Egypt, Maya, Sekhmet, like that Egyptian culture. And look at who's here, Maya. I'm telling you, I know I had a past life there. I know I was her. I know it in my heart. I have this strong to her, Sekhmet, Isis, Cleopatra, Egypt, just Egypt alone. Just Egypt alone. And you know, my yacht talks about the scales of balance. And it's always been like that in my life with people. Depending on how they treat me. Depends on what path they take. I don't know why. It's so crazy. Because in the back of I have a tattoo that says karma. And I did that when my 2 exes ago broke my heart. And he was cheating on me. And you know how I found out? After he got shot like multiple times out here. He was in a coma. He was in a coma. And I healed him back to life after he came out of the hospital. And right after that, I knew something was wrong with him intuitively. Something in my spirit was telling me something was wrong with that, because he didn't come home. So I called the mom, and the mom was like, don't go. I'm like, I'm calling to find out where he's at. And she was like, well, I just knew something was wrong. She didn't see him. He never came home. And the next day I went to work, and his ex-girlfriend called me saying that she just got a call that he was shot multiple times on X amount of street, whatever the street was. And that the person who did it called her to tell her. So she called, so I automatically, like, I had just logged into work. And I called my boss, and I said, I gotta go. Because I was trying to find out what hospital he was in. I ended up finding him. Because the mom didn't believe me. She was like, ah, no, he's not. And I was like, yes, he is. I know something's wrong. I just felt the emptiness that whole night. And I ended up finding him. And then I called the mom, and I told the mom, and his baby mother, he was still married to her legally, but he wasn't with her. Like, she had another family and everything, but they just never got the divorce. And I called her, and I told her what was going on, and she came rushing to the hospital because they wouldn't let me in because I was not legally married to him. And she came, the mother came, they ended up letting them in the room. I remember the detective wanted to speak with us, and right there, I passed out when they told me what had happened. Like, I literally passed out, like my knees went weak and I just fell. And the detective was like, are you Elizabeth? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he kept calling for you. He kept coming in and out of like consciousness to tell the EMT to call his wife. He used to call me E. And I was like, oh my, I passed out right there. I remember him coming to me in spirit while he was in that coma. And my 30th birthday ended up happening. I was going to be 30. He had just came out of the hospital. And after my birthday, he was back to his shit again. I got him. He never came home. I called his mom, and the mom was like, you know, I was like, I'm calling the police stations to find out, or the hospitals. She was like, don't go playing RoboCop. I was like, what? Like, the last time I told you something was wrong with him, you didn't believe me, and we found him in a coma. Don't go paying RoboCop. So I was like, okay. So I found out by the people in the court, because I knew the court people, because I did credit repair, so I was always in contact with these people. Come to find out, he was arrested with his ex-girlfriend. She was a co-conspirator. Something happened there. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I looked at him. I went to see him that one time, and I left my engagement ring. I said, this is the last time you will ever see me. I walked away. I'm not going to be dealing with this type of shit. Like, you just almost died, and you're out here doing whatever this is, and then you're with your ex, and now you're both in here. See, that's what I'm talking about. Spirit will shine the light. Spirit will shine the light on these people as to who they really are. And the deceit. Spirit will shine the light. Spirit will shine the light. Spirit shine the light. What was you doing with your ex? So now you niggas want to be Bonnie and Clyde? And I remember after that, I got the word karma on my back. Because I always knew. Like, I always knew. You could either shine with me, or you could go through these storms, these towers. I can never make this up. I always knew it. I always knew it. I always tell people. People always ask me, like, why do you have... Because this has always been my life. It's always been like that. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. Now I know why. I just still trying to figure out the pieces to the puzzle as to... Anyway, I'm rambling, collective. This is what I got for you guys. I love you guys. This is the longest reading I've ever done in my whole life. In my whole, almost, what, 2-3 years on here? Gonna be 3 years? They're like, Liz, shut up. I love you guys. Mwah. Love and light.